to Colorado's best.
Make-A-Wish Colorado has been making wishes come true for children with critical illnesses since 1983. And in June, the nonprofit celebrated a milestone by granting its, listen to this, 5,280th wish to a 6-year-old Sean who wished to be a garbage truck man. I love that.
Incredible. Today we have founder Joan Mazak here, who has provided leadership for the organization for the past 36 years and directly impacted the lives of each of those more than 5,000 children. And you're retiring at the end of August. We're so honored to have you here on Colorado's Best, and you're joined by two others. You know, I want everybody to introduce themselves first, and then, you know, we want to circle back and find out why you started Make-A-Wish Colorado in the first place. So, Sean, right?
Scott Deschamps, yes.
Scott Deschamps.
So I have the unenviable position of following in the footsteps of Joan as the second CEO of Make-A-Wish Colorado, and super excited about that, but definitely big shoes to fill.
Yeah, that's why we put you in the hot seat.
Exactly right.
That's why you're up there all propped up.
That's okay.
And Becca?
Yes, I'm Becca, and I am a Wish kid, and I recently returned from my trip to China this past July.
Oh my goodness, that's so great. Did you have so much fun?
Yeah, it was like the most amazing experience ever.
Unbelievable.
Why did you want to go to China?
I wanted to hold a panda bear, and that actually happened.
Did you hold a panda
Seriously?
bear?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, we're showing pictures. Do we have a picture of you holding the panda?
I believe so.
Oh, it's coming up. My producer's telling me.
Like,
oh my gosh.
My gosh. How sweet.
Oh, he loves you.
Oh, that is precious.
These are just, this is just one example of the many wishes that you've granted over the years. How does it feel to be looking back now on such an amazing 36 years?
It went way too fast.
Did it?
Yes, yes. Now that it's finally time for me to leave, you realize how quickly it went. It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you love your job. I can tell.
I do.
Is it going to be hard to leave?
It's going to be very hard to leave. It's hard when you love going to work every day and you're not quite sure how not to go to work every day.
Right.
So, I mean, when you have an amazing job like I did, and certainly we have a staff that does an amazing job as well for us and for me, and it's just wonderful. Every day is different.
Can you tell me just kind of the progression over the last 36 years, where it started, and maybe one of the biggest things that you had a hand in to really making this successful?
I think that we started the organization after my 7-year-old daughter passed away, and people in Denver had donated to her to her fund to pay for a liver transplant, which never happened. And so after she passed away, I went to the people that I worked with, and we decided, one who, by the way, still works for me, we all decided that that's what we should do, is start a Make-A-Wish chapter, because we had just seen one on TV and my daughter thought it was very cool, and a couple of days later she passed away. So we used that money to start the chapter, thinking that we would always be a chapter that would grant 3 or 4 or 5 wishes a year and never require more than that, not knowing that eventually we would grow into being part of the largest, actually, wish granting organization in the world, and granting as many wishes as we have. I mean, every day we see them, every day there's kids in the office, and it's just amazing to see it. My daughter was visited by the Kim Chicken, who was a local radio mascot here in town, and more so than her getting to spend time with him was what she looked like when she did, because it's the first time you really realize that you've made somebody happy, and I think that's what we do with all of our wishes.
Oh, you're making me emotional. I had a sister who passed away of cancer, and you do anything to make them happy. So, Becca, I'm so glad you got your wish. Scott, what do you hope? I mean, what's your wish for the future here?
Yeah, no pressure, right? I mean, 5,300 wishes now strong. And as Joan said, I think, you know, for me, it's continuing that legacy, and hopefully in 15 or 20 years, we'll have another 6,000 wishes under our belt. And for me, it's the kids, too. Getting to meet Becca last week, fresh off her trip, and you saw the picture of the panda and the connection that they had made.
Oh my gosh, that was so
I've already
cool.
got that picture up in my office because it makes me smile every time I see it. So, and that happens every day at Make-A-Wish.
I'm not in the office.
Right? That's just one out of, 5,280, almost 5,300 wishes now. That's one story, and so hearing those stories over and over every day, and seeing the kids come out, come into our office to start thinking about what their one true wish is, it's a pretty magical experience.
Yeah, and I love that the families go along for the ride because it affects
Yes.
the whole entire family.
Definitely.
So thank you. I want to personally thank you for all of the time and love and effort that you've put into this.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I
You do
know.
have some big shoes to fill,
Thank you.
and I'm so happy you got your wish. All right, so to learn more about Make-A-Wish Colorado, call 303-750-9474 or visit colorado.wish.org. Up next on Call